Welcome. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point. Jay, they have a squad here in Philadelphia. The Toronto Raptors begin the game with the basketball. Lowry to Ibaka. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
To Embiid. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
For three. His first effort off the mark. To Butler. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Simmons with it. 2-point advantage. From the outside, no good. Goes to the right side. Lowry, that's off the side of the rim, no good. To Anthony. Short jumper off the mark. Lowry with it. Down 2. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Has a chance. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Joel Embiid. 2 of 4 now.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Lowry to Valanciunas. Lets it fly from long range. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
From long range, that's off the side of the rim, short. Lowry into the front court. They trail by 1. To Ibaka. Ref blows the whistle, and he calls a 5-second back-to-the-basket violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Butler to bring it up. Leads just a point.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Short jumper off the mark. Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. Great look and vision. And count the basket inside.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
To Butler. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors.
Get over.
Probing the defense. To Van Vliet. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Won't go. To Butler. For 3, you on top. Jimmy Butler, contested 3, he buries it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Van Vliet. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Simmons to Butler. Fires the 3, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
You know, Jimmy Buckets really has an inspiring story. From being homeless at the age of 13 before moving in with a friend, reads like a basketball version of The Blind Side. That grit has become the fabric of his DNA. From Tyler Junior College to Marquette to the 30th pick in the first round. Are you kidding me? To where he is now, Jimmy Buckets has had to earn every inch that this game has given him.
Butler. All right, Baca up to block the shot. Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And the dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. On to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
Jones with it. Down just a couple. And too much contact.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Fred Van Vliet. From the painted area, won't go down. To Butler. Shot from the lane, won't go. Fred Van Vliet. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Redick. Deep 2 there, won't go.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Sixers control it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive.
You think we
throughout
can
the shot
beat the Bears,
and getting a
Dan?
crack at the extra point.
Markelle Fultz trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 47% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Lowry. Slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Butler. Rebound comes to Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. Not going down here. Fultz. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Justice Winslow at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Philadelphia with the basketball. Butler. And they call the foul. Careful there, Chip.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Toronto Raptors, number 31, Terrence Ross.
Lowry. Snared by Embiid. Smith now into the front court. They're down 3. Jimmy Butler with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
It's a big finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Embiid. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads 5. Oh, a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own.
First foul in the last 2 minutes. Subbing in for the Raptors.
Lowry buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
The assist from number 8.
Toronto has the basketball. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. To Butler. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. And he missed the free throw. And this will be out of bounds, off of Embiid. Lowry with it. Up 6.
Ankle check right here.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. 4 out of 7.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I will be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Fultz with the basketball. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Valanciunas with the denial. Working hard on the glass. Joel Embiid. He's 3 for 7. 17-footer at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Raptors are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game drive. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Lowry was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Butler into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Beyond the arc for 3. The Raptors able to clear the board.
Pick up.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit now up to a dozen. Embiid, good for 2.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Van Vliet. Sizing up the defense. Fred Van Vliet to Lowry. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Lowry. Offensive rebound and a putback slam.
I mean, really, is it really difficult to box out these days?
Hands up.
Oh, yeah, me and you.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Has a look. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Simmons to Butler. Has a chance. Butler with a shot. No good. Kyle Lowry with the rock. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Got it.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Lowry into the front court. Up a dozen. To Valanciunas. The drive, right to the basket, and he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jonas Valanciunas. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. He connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Sixers have the basketball. Markelle Fultz lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. To Valanciunas. Working hard on the glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team on top by 13. Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
The follow won't go either.
And he usually makes a living on shots like that, but sometimes maybe it's just not your night.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
New blood coming in for both sides. Redick. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Lowry with it. The advantage is 13 points. To Van Vliet. Won't go. The follow won't go either. To Redick. And count the basket.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
That's blocked.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Pascal Siakam. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Nice finish at the rim. Long key from three-quarters court. That ends the third quarter. The Raptors in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
Simmons to Anthony. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Carmelo Anthony, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw.
Soft and buttery. Soft and buttery.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Toronto with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Tyus Jones, defended by Melo. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Jones with it. The lead is 12. Runner's good there.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Rises for the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something, get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. From the outside, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Here comes the screen. Passed it off. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Surveys the floor. Terrence Ross matched up with Jimmy Butler. Has a look. Here's the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Simmons into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. No good, and no foul.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry. Into the game for Philadelphia.
Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Lowry. That's good D. Shot no good.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. Easy pass to the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench.
Tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
To Butler. Fires the three. The rebound comes down to Toronto. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. To Butler. Has a chance. Another chance. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put one in the win column with a solid performance. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Lowry gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.